Are you struggling to keep your calendar book solid? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about how the virtual revolution is all about keeping your calendar booked so that you can work anywhere in the world.
Which is exactly why we're shooting this video in the first place, because why would you want to go virtual? Well, you want to go virtual because of the flexibility that's involved with being able to work anywhere. Because what we do is we spend a lot of money on our overhead. Now, if you don't have that overhead in taking care of office building, then you can use those funds for something else, like traveling, or maybe you want to work in a different environment where you can be around people just like you who have different businesses, because that's what gets the creative juices flowing. And when you're in business, you have to be creative, which is why we like talking about this whole idea of going virtual, because of the flexibility, and it costs a lot less working from anywhere instead of having that big office space over your head.
So my name is Jeremiah Demaray, and these are my buddies Darius and Carmen Britt, and we're creators of the #1 selling program that teaches insurance and financial advisors how to succeed by taking their entire business or even just a portion of their business online. So if you like what you see in this video, please hit us up below. Leave a comment. We'd love to learn what obstacles you're having going virtual. So what we're going to talk about is why advisors are going online now. Now, I think it'd be important for people here to understand a little bit about your journeys. What was it that took you guys from doing seminars, right, to going virtual?
Yeah, well, our seminars weren't, they didn't have as much impact as it did initially, because the first time we did a seminar, there was maybe
a packed house.
Yes, it was like 50 people there. And then as we started doing them over and over again, that attendance started going further and further and further down until we were outnumbering the people that were actually at our seminars.
Nice.
It's true, though, because, I mean, how many advisors blow through your friends and family lists and your contacts and all your resources? And then once you get to that point, what do? So Darius and I were very much struggling through that of just trying to figure out how can we prospect, how can we find qualified leads and hot leads that are looking for the products and services that we offer. Because we know that we have value to give to people, but we just weren't getting in front of the right people.
Right.
Yeah, and alongside with that, you have this other trend that's happening now. They did a study just even a couple of years ago. McKinsey did a study on asking the high net worth and ultra high net worth, would you be willing to do business with a financial advisor virtually?
Yes.
And over 33% said somewhat or very comfortable to do business that way. And in the virtual world that we exist in, the expectation that consumers have of their insurance or financial advisors has elevated to that you're expected to work on my schedule.
Yes.
Right? The days of you trying to book an appointment, the kitchen table sales, the traveling, the multiple appointments to try to get to a close are going away. Now, if you're watching this video and that's how you're doing it, it's okay. It could be that a portion of your business is that, and we all got to start somewhere, right?
Absolutely.
But what we hope to open up your mind to is that right now, this is the trend that's going on. Especially with the rise of millennials. We saw a lot of studies recently come out from various groups showing how millennials have an expectation to do business virtually. It's almost it's the preferred method of doing business, and they're now superseded the baby boomers. They're going to get all of that wealth that the baby boomers have accumulated, and they're looking for advisors and insurance agents, infinite banking experts to help them make sense of their money.
Absolutely. And the beauty part about it is not only did we realize that we had to make a change when it came to our prospecting efforts, but we realized that we demanded a change in our lives personally. Because to Jeremiah's point, we were sick of doing the coffee shop dates. We were sick of doing the seminars. And not that there's anything wrong with that. We just knew that we wanted to be virtual because we love to travel. We love to spend time with our family. And so being an advisor who was glued to an office didn't allow us to have the flexibility that we demanded for ourselves in order to have us time or family time. So it was really important for us to just understand what are our options, because sometimes we don't even know that there's options. We just know that we got to be in the office 9 to 5 and we got to bang out these appointments. But there is so much out there just right at your fingertips that we weren't aware of.
Yeah, and to your point, you can work a lot better as an individual. You can add more value when you're in a place of comfort. And that works the same way for your clients. If they're someplace where they're comfortable, then they can focus on the information that you're sharing with them. And a lot of places that's most comfortable for people is sitting on their couch or in their home or with their pet or in their favorite sweatpants. You can't do that in a coffee shop, right?
Nope, not at all.
So it's so perfect that we meet people exactly where they are, where they feel the most comfortable, because finance is something that's very important to people.
It affects everything. And we kind of stumbled across this. To give you a quick little story, is we know that so many advisors can relate to this. How many times have you had to reschedule because your client couldn't show up because it was either the kids or the grandparents or soccer practice, whatever it is, right? So we had a client that we couldn't get into the office because she just kept having to reschedule because things would come up. And then finally she just said, hey, can you FaceTime me and we can do a meeting on FaceTime? And we were like, again, just mind blown because we weren't aware of this option. And so when we were like, sure, we'll meet you on FaceTime, we kind of fumbled through it. But then all of a sudden we just started offering it as a solution for our clients. And nobody wanted to come in the office anymore because it's so much more convenient for them to sit in their favorite sweatpants on their living room couch, and we are still able to provide the same value.
Instead of in traffic.
Exactly. Give them time back. Give us time back. So these are just things that we want to share with you, little nuggets, because we weren't aware of it.
Yeah.
I mean, what's, just thinking about my own business, we've been virtual ever since we started at Advisorist, and our whole team is virtual. We have people in Madrid, in Canada, all over the United States, South America, in the Philippines, in China. Our team is 100% virtual, but we had a big reason why. And I think what we've seen is we've gone, the years 2010 is all about 2010 was the adoption of the internet. 2010 to 2020, I've seen has been all about crushing it, getting more done. But I think a lot of people lost their souls in that process and realized that they lost who they were. They stopped being human and became more machine-like. And I believe that right now, 2020 onward, is about getting your life back, that lifestyle. Kind of similar to what happened with the 80s. 80s was all about money, and then people lost their soul, and then became the rise of psychology in the 90s because people lost themselves. And we're seeing that trend happen all over again, and why people are craving a virtual life right now, because as productive and as much money as you made in the 2000s or 2010s, you've realized there's so much more to business. And my wife and I, we had a big why, is we, in addition to what we do here, our most important value in life is giving back. In fact, our family motto is to be a force for good. And we felt that if we could get married and be a force for good around the world, it would be so much more powerful than just being there individually trying to do stuff. So, we've gone and done volunteer work in Honduras, in Ecuador, in Benin, in South Africa, in Japan. We've traveled the world doing our best and creating our contribution in our life. And that's not to impress you, but to impress upon you that if I was stuck at a 9-to-5 job or even running this company at a desk with other people, still if they were amazing people, we wouldn't have the ability to go virtual. So that's why we're such huge advocates of what you see here, #the virtual revolution. Right? So I hope you understand the reason why. Now we want to talk a little bit now about the how. How are people going online? How are financial advisors and insurance agents making that shift to go from the kitchen table sale, the seminar sale, or the direct mail sale, or the buying of leads to go 100% virtual? You guys want to handle that a little bit?
Yeah. Well, guess what? You're watching us on YouTube. So ding, ding, ding. This is exactly where we're doing it. I don't know if you guys know this, but YouTube is the second largest search engine in the entire world. So just how you stumbled across us is the same way we are able to inform people about life insurance. So don't underestimate this tool, because how many times have you come on YouTube and you've tried to figure out how to fix your kitchen sink or how to fix a tire? So many people are surfing the web for understanding their finances and needing financial help. So YouTube is the amazing platform where you can showcase all of your amazing knowledge and create a platform where you can then create an audience of people who are craving the information that you're sharing.
Yeah, and just to share some facts with you, of course, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the entire world. But what does that mean as far as people watching content? Every single year, YouTube users watch 46,000 years worth of content every single year.
Can you say that again? Did you guys catch this? Because I'm not sure.
Every single year, content viewers watch 46,000 years worth of content.
Wow, I need to hit the button.
Yeah! That's our signature there,
Yeah, that's a huge fact.
And the crazy thing is 68% of those people are watching just to understand how to make the purchase of something that they're looking for. So if what's 68% of 49,000 years every single year. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
So you should be.
It's a lot percent.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe you can create a video based on the product and services that you offer, and your video could be something that people are looking for to educate themselves on how to purchase that product or service from somebody just like you.
Let's talk a little bit about the results that we've seen.
Sure.
Right. So we talked a little bit about the results of my business and how that's worked. And you've had the privilege of serving over 100,000 advisors in over 51 different countries. We've done that all virtually. And in the past year, we've put together a program that teaches advisors how to do that. But I think what's more exciting is for people to hear your story. Yeah. Because you guys went from 100% in person to 100% virtual.
Yes.
So can you give us a little glimpse into that process and the results and what you guys do now in your life?
Yeah. Well, of course, it started off with us meeting people in person, but once we started getting the individuals wanting to meet with us online, we wanted to put more of our time into that. So we went from no appointments, no people showing up to our seminars, to people booking on our calendar because we are providing content on YouTube and adding value to people that way. Yeah. So what we were able to do is create a funnel where once you watch one of our videos, you're able to click on the button and then you watch a webinar where you can apply to become our client. And what that's done for us from adding so much value on YouTube is we went from 0 calls, 0 appointments to 5 appointments a day. And what that's done is significantly changed our outlook, our business, and our relationship, because it's kind of hard being broke together, right?
I think it's important. I think it's important for everybody to know that we're not just talking about a small insurance business. I mean, you guys built this up in the space of a year where you went from $3,000 a month to $50,000 a month in commissions, not premium. I'm talking about commissions here. Yeah. And how much were you paying for that traffic? How much were you paying for those leads?
It's all organic.
0, free 99.
Yeah.
So that's all about YouTube. Right? So exactly to this point. So this journey kind of came about because one of our clients is a YouTuber. So she educated us on how to become virtual. So to Darius's point, we went from having no clients and really struggling to make ends meet every single month. And so once we started to get a consistent flow and a consistent cadence of clients coming in because we were educating them on YouTube, then all of a sudden our commission started rising and we would look at each other like, wait a second, this can't be right. This can't be right. Calculate it again. So this is something that we just want to make sure that we impress upon you because we don't even have a huge subscriber base. We did all of this with less than 3,000 subscribers. I want to make sure that you understand that because a lot of people get on YouTube and they think that, I have to have this huge fan base. I need to have 6 figures worth of subscribers. Yeah. But all it is really being able to hone in on a small niche audience of people who are looking for your information. And for us, it wasn't even about crushing, big ticket deals. We just had volume coming in. Yeah. And the volume is really what changed everything because, going from trying to get, one Cadillac of a client and creating a Honda factory, that's basically what we've done for ourselves is consistent streams of income that are coming every single day.
Right. And we did have clients. Our biggest client was us.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. And the other thing that I appreciate about you guys is you've always looked for new ways to go even more virtual, right?
Yes.
So when you take a business virtual, you're no longer limited to a talent pool that's exclusively local.
No.
Right? Just the other day, we put a job post for one of my businesses in a local area. We got nothing. And then we said, you know what? Let's just put it virtual just to see the difference. And then the applications came pouring in. So for those things in your business that might be difficult, more challenging, you've got so many people around the world. There's a lot of people who are leaving the United States now. There's a lot of people leaving Canada now, Australia, New Zealand, the UK, that are going to warmer climates, typically a lot in South America, we've learned.
Yeah.
Highly skilled talent, highly skilled people living at a very low cost of living and just want a little bit of extra work to do that have deep knowledge in insurance and financial planning that are ready and willing to help. And frankly, your clients don't care where you are. They don't care where your staff is. All they want is the result.
Yeah, and to that point, we lived in Dominican Republic 2019. and we ran our business from the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Did anyone care about that?
No, they enjoyed it. They said they were coming to visit.
Now they knew somebody. Yeah, so it really just makes the world so much smaller because you realize that you can literally, as we say all the time, our motto is provide value. So we can provide value to anyone literally anywhere in the world. And I know something that we never really thought about was within just creating this small business. Originally, we were only licensed in a few states, like maybe 2 or 3 states. But now we're licensed in over 35 states just because of the virtual lifestyle that we live, and we're able to literally provide value across the country. So it's all about really understanding your options and educating yourself to let you know that the sky is the limit. There's so many things that you can do to impact more people, and you don't have to just be in your town, continuing to do coffee dates.
Yeah, success is a train, and what we have to do is we see that train moving for our lives, for your life, and for other people's lives, but we have to put ourselves in front of that train. And by doing that, you have to take action. One thing you should get away from this is action. Action, action, action. Nothing comes to you. You have to put yourself in front of it. You have to put yourself in front of YouTube. You have to put yourself in front of those keywords. You have to put yourself in front of that train of success so it can smack you right in your face.
Which I think
It's
is
a great analogy.
Yeah, it is, because it's going to happen. Which is one thing that I don't think that we were necessarily prepared for, is just understanding the volume of people that are looking for information online.
Yeah.
Which I think brings us to the what of this conversation, of just understanding the what behind why in the world would we do this in the first place.
Yeah, so I think you have to be clear as to why you want to do this. And, we have a bunch of resources below in the comments, in the description. You can, we've got links to special classes and giveaways and so forth. So we want to help you get there. Darius and Carmen have done it. I've done it. We want to serve. Our mission is to help empower that virtual revolution. It's really bigger than us. This is a movement. We're just here as a part of that movement. You're a part of that movement if you're watching this video because you care about this and this is something you want to do.
Yes.
So the true power behind this is to get clear on your why. Why do you want to do this, right? Don't treat this as just another fad. Digital marketing is yesterday. Today is the virtual life, right? So why do you want to do this? Is it because you need more money in your life so that you can help your family, help your kids pay for their college, right? Maybe you want to take 2 or 3 extra vacations with your significant other, travel anywhere around the world. We have one of our students who has a boat in Mexico.
That's right.
And his goal is to close deals on that boat 6 months out of the year. He wants to be in Mexico just closing deals on his yacht and then come back to the United States.
Beautiful.
We have another advisor, and her goal was to just be able to go to nice places around the world with her family. She wants to take more vacations with her family. So getting really clear about what do you want to do, why do you want to do this is really 80% of the process, because if your why is big enough, you're just going to figure out the rest.
Yes.
I think it would be appropriate just to do a quick recap, right?
Sure.
So we've talked about why this trend, right? We looked at the McKinsey study. We talked about the number of content that's being consumed on YouTube, that people are going there to educate themselves like you're doing right now. We talked about the Brit story. We talked about my story, right? And we talked about how getting clear with your why is really going to be the key to your success. Now, if you want to take, if you have any questions for us, by the way, we know this can be a little bit scary, the virtual life. What do I do? What's the tools I use? Hey, we love to hear from people. So please, in the comments below, tell us what questions do you have, or was there an aha moment that you got from this video? We'd love to hear that as well, because it really helps fuel this virtual revolution. And then, of course, we're going to have a couple of gifts for you below in the description. Just check that out. Some goodies there to help you move along the process.
Exactly. And don't forget, click on the link below if you want to join the virtual revolution and have us teach you how to go virtual. Because that's exactly what we're here for, is to continue to serve any and anyone who is willing to do what it takes to start this virtual revolution for yourself.
Absolutely. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Advisorist YouTube channel, because this isn't going to be the only video that we create. If you want more information just like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, and don't forget to hit the bell so that when we do release it, bing, it shows up on your phone and you get an alert in your inbox. This way you never miss it, right?
There we go. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next video.
All right, bye.